I'll throw $20 on Turner.
Let's do it.
All right, lock it. Lock it. Ben, how's that bank account feeling, bud?
Yeah, it's getting pretty low. It's getting pretty low, man. But you know what else hurts even more? Losing to you. So
Yep.
yeah.
Well, I gotta say, man, you paid that bet pretty quick. As soon as that KO happened, I had the money wired in my account, so appreciate the speediness on that one. Didn't have to come knocking.
No, man, a bet's a bet. I'm a man of my word. I'll pay up when it's due. And I was about to double or nothing it with you on Dern. Glad I didn't. But yeah, we'll talk about that bit later.
100%. Well, let's dive into it. This was a pretty crazy card. We've got a lot of fights to talk about. So let's dive into it. In the main event, Islam versus Ian. What did you think of that main event?
You know, I was pretty shocked about Gary's size actually and his strength. Showed some great strength in there. Islam still, you know, is pretty dominant. And yeah, props to Gary for going that far. I didn't like the hugging in between rounds. Get rid of that. Hug afterwards. But, you know, you're there to fight, so you need to throw down. Yeah, pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I had Islam winning rounds 1 and 2, Ian winning the third, and maybe the fourth. So it was 2-2 going into the fifth. And then I think Islam, obviously with him taking the back at the end there and just showing complete dominance in the fifth, he won it. But buddy, that head kick almost KO moment, that was the craziest moment of the fight by far, right?
Yeah, that had me out of my chair. I was not expecting him to reach his head with that leg kick, but and he caught it, you know, on the toes, like the foot. So imagine that was shin to chin. That would have been devastating.
That would have been crazy. Yeah, dude. I was watching with my buddy, and he's big Islam guy. And as soon as that happened, he jumped off the couch and was screaming. He was like, "Let's go!" And we thought it was over, and Ian was able to recover. But damn, dude, it was a really exciting fight. And props to Islam. He is definitely in that GOAT talk now. I think he passed Anderson Silva's win streak record. So that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it was great. I had to watch it with no sound though, because my audio was way ahead of video. So me and my buddies were just watching with no sound, but it was actually kind of fun because you don't get the bias from the commentators.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Crazy main event. And obviously in the co-main, you went with Jillian, which makes sense. Got to rep Canada. I had Dern. We saw how it went down. What was your kind of initial thoughts on this one?
I don't want to pull a Dean Thomas, but yeah, I felt like I've seen more out of Jillian in the past. It could have been that Dern just completely outclassed her, but Jillian didn't look like she wanted to be in there. And yeah, kind of sad to see, but you know, the better fighter won, and yeah, Mackenzie Dern looked really, really good.
Yeah. You know, it sucks. You obviously see a guy like Dean Thomas, who's been really close to her and has coached her, retires on the night, right? And kind of makes the moment all about him. And that just sucks to see. I mean, it was an emotional response. He apologized for it after, but it's a fighter, bro. Like, dude, they're throwing it all on the line. Like, you're the coach. You got to have their back implicitly. And if you're going to retire, no one gives a if you're retiring. No one gives a about that. And so for him to say that and take away that moment, I thought that was pretty ass, to be honest with you. And I really like Dean Thomas. I think he's a great guy. I've been following him for a while. And, you know, even when he was fighting, I thought, you know, he had some entertaining moments, and then moving into coaching, he's done a great job. But that was unclassy for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Even in the fight, you could tell he lost hope, and like in the later rounds. So I think, yeah, who knows what will happen with his. Probably just stick to commentating and maybe coaching, but not cornering. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. All right, man. Here it is. Jalen Turner versus Fernandez. We got that big KO round 1. You know, I was jumping out of my freaking shoes for this fight when that went down. Because when you make a call out so publicly, I can't tell you how many people I texted KO round 1. Like, I put my reputation on the line. I was saying it in the chat, in the app.
Yeah, I say next bet we put our 4X's on our bets plus money,
All right, bet. Let's do it.
more stakes.
Let's do it. I'm in. Let's go.
Then we sacrifice our gym too if we get it wrong.
Put it all on the line. What are
Do
we
it.
doing here? Yeah, bet with conviction, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this was a fight. We had a pretty significant upset here. This is one of the bigger upsets of the night, actually. Sub round 2 did not. I mean, Mansour kind of just gassed going into that round a little bit and got subbed. This was crazy.
It was sick. It was a sick fight. Big upset. Bunch of people had Mansour, including me. Showstopper, bank dropper, and a parlay killer.
100%. And then your boy Edson in his retirement fight went up against the young buck and he got starched, dude. This was tough to see, bro. This was hard to watch. You know, just taking so much damage. Was Herb Dean in there for this one? I'm trying to remember. I think Herb was in there. I could be wrong. Pretty nice to see all the people booing Herb now, hey? Every time the camera pans to him.
Dude, I've been on that train since like 2020, bro. But yeah, it was tough to see Edson. We were commenting on his eye last podcast and it got busted open.
Yeah.
So obviously something was a little bit damaged there, all that scar tissue. And then, yeah, just getting starched like that. Tough to see, but, you know, Esteban's a dog and yeah, he's going to be a problem.
100%, man. This fight here, another big upset, dude. Gets the decision here. Chitty, bang, bang. Gets it done. Not a lot of people saw this coming, dude. There were a lot of upsets this card. A lot of boosts just erased in this card.
Yeah, I had Alvarez sub round 2, and, you know, Chitty just got it done. He was just played at range. Alvarez didn't really try to take him down too much, and he was just outclassed on the feet. So
100%. All right, then we've got shiny head Charles Johnson versus Eduardo, and dude, I think he heard what we said about him on the podcast, bro. Subs him in the 3rd round, and you know, really gets it done here. I think we both had Eduardo, right?
I had Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson.
Yeah, decision.
Yeah, crazy fight though. Crazy fight. Catch weight too is at 130 because the guy took it on 4 days' notice. So interesting fight. Charles had a full camp. Eduardo came in last minute, and there was the result. All right, yeah, so this one, crazy. Dude, Dante Johnson versus Eric Moicano. It's not how you say it. Eric
McConico.
Eric McConico versus Dante Johnson. This one, I think we saw this coming from a mile away. KO round 1. It was fast. It was violent. Dante's the real deal. I'm going to be following this guy, dude. He's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, he just has a super kind of awkward, aggressive style. Just swings from weird places, but he has enormous power. And that was on display. And it got me my 12 points as well with that 4X boost.
Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. All right, you got Vicente Luque versus Treson Gore. And this had the community split pretty much 50-50. Gore gets the decision here, and he also had a really great fight. Close one, but yeah, Gore definitely got outpoints Vicente in this fight. You think the judges had it right?
I think so. Yeah, it was, you know, they were standing for quite a bit of it. Treson had good defense. Hands were always high. And yeah, I was impressed. It was tough. It was a tough fight, but I ended up picking this one correct as well, decision. For
nice.
Gore.
Yeah, I had Vicente here, KO round 1, so I was dead wrong on this.
That's tough, man.
But when one Lucas fails, another one gets a win. And in this case, Lucas Fernando, great name, great KO, great fight. I had decision here, so I only got the 1 point. It was so close, but he does get the stoppage, and this was a really entertaining fight as well.
Yeah, it was great. I got the method right, round wrong. I was calling for KO round 1, but Rafael just had that kind of durability until he didn't. So, yeah.
100%. Neil Magny, the gatekeeper versus Ramiz. And this one, dude, people counted him out. He only had 39% of people backing him in the app. And he gets a stoppage in round 2. He looked good, dude. It's hard to count Neil out, bro.
Yeah, man. He's an animal. Like, he was in shape. He's a little older, you know. It's almost 40. So, yeah. I was backing Neil on this one as well. I was thinking decision, but he ended up getting the ground and pound finish in round 2. It was sick.
100%. This was an upset. And you know what else was an upset? Our biggest upset of the night. The Boost Buster oral buy got upset. Sub round 3 by Jeremiah Wells, dude. This was crazy. This set the tone for the rest of the card, I feel like. People were shook that we're placing bets.
Yeah. Yeah, it just shows you like one underdog wins, start off the show, all the other underdogs get a kind of boost in morale. That could have been what was happening. And then, yeah, you just get a crazy upset like that. And, doesn't happen often, but when it does, it changes cards. And it changed
100%.
my scorecard too, with my 2x out the drain.
100%, dude. This rinsed a lot of people. I was looking at the people that actually made points on it. There were just a handful. Everyone else started off with 0, and a lot of boosts were erased. Crazy start to the card.
Big time.
All right, shout out to P-Roo. 35 points. 10 out of 12 hit. He won the game. Congratulations, P-Roo.
Yep.
And I stopped your streak, man. I got 25 points. You got 23. The 4-Pete dies at 4. It's not going to repeat. I'm staying on top. I've taken it. And I'm keeping it.
Hell no, dude. I'm bouncing right back. I was at the top for so long, and then you just squeaked out that pick. I was at 23 points, and yeah, it's a fun little streak, but there's always room to make it 5 now, so don't stay on your high horse for too long there, bud.
I'm going to be riding this high horse all the way to the next card. But before we do that, let's talk about where you think the excitement was on 330. Out of the last 27 cards.
330. I might give it like 7.
You'd be surprised, man. It's ranked number 3, 79%. I think because of all the upsets and all of the craziness that happened on this card, a lot of people were voting high on a lot of these fights, which is pretty nuts. Yeah, crazy card. All right, so are you ready to talk about this next card, bro? Before we do, we got to do something real quick. Anyone that likes, comments, and subscribes to the podcast gets entered every single week to win 10,000 combat credits. These are all the people that commented on the last YouTube video, and we're going to see who wins 2,000 combat credits right now.
10,000. Be safe.
Lee Safe! Member of the MMA Fantasy Gym. Congratulations, dude. You just won 150,000 combat credits. You just won 10,000 combat credits, man. Congrats. All right, guys. Now we're going to talk about this next card coming up here. We've got Anthony Hernandez versus Gregory Rodriguez. And if I'm not mistaken, Gregory Rodriguez, his nickname's Robocop.
Yeah, man.
And Anthony Hernandez, is he fluffy? Could be a crazy fight.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be... I was kind of back and forth on this one for a while, but, Rodriguez is a dog. He's very tough, has that knockout power. Anthony's crafty. He's great on the ground. Also has that power. So, yeah, it was a tough one. Tough one to pick, but in the end, you got to go with your boy Robocop, and I'm picking him KO. Round 1.
You're going Robocop KO round 1 against Fluffy.
Yes, sir.
Damn, dude. That's a crazy pick. There's no way that's happening, bro. I'm backing Fluffy, and I don't think this is going to be a quick stoppage. I think they're going to go to a decision, and I think Fluffy gets it done in decision. That's my lock. I'm not boosting that, but I don't think Robocop's going to knock him out in the first round, dude. That's crazy.
Dude, he has the chance. He does have a chance.
Next up, we got Spickbach versus Petrino. This is an interesting one, dude. With all the research and everything that we've said, though, I'm going to go KO round 1 for Petrino. Locking it in.
Yeah, that's one way this fight could go for sure. I have Petrino as well, but I think I'm going decision here. And yeah, I think it's going to be a classic heavyweight start, but no one gets knocked out, and then just gas, and then go all 3 rounds. So
easy.
Yeah.
Lock that shit in.
Petrino decision.
All right. RDR versus Dolodze. This is going to be a good fight. RDR is the big favorite. 90% of people in the app have him picked, and so do I with a sub round 2.
Same here. Copy that. Roger that. I think it's going to be, a nice win for Rainier. And Dolidze, yeah, he's a great fighter, but he has trouble on the ground. So I think DeRitter's got him there.
Really interesting. Both of these two guys are coming off 2 losses, right? RDR losing to Allen and Barallo, and Roman losing to Fluffy and Duncan. So it will be interesting to see which one of these guys is going to break their losing record.
Yeah. Watch it be a draw.
Yeah. All right. We got Markel versus Mason here, and only 15% have Markel. Everyone seems to be siding with Mason Jones. Who do you got in this one, and why?
I got your boy Mason here. He's, I got him by decision. And, just doing some research on his opponent here, Markel. He is, a decision merchant, so look at all those decisions there. So I think he's tough and durable, but Mason Jones just has more gas in the tank and outstrikes him, outgrapples him, gets the decision.
I got the same pick, Mason Jones decision.
Nice.
All right, we got Carly versus Chavez. This one, the odds are pretty clear, but the community picks aren't. So if you look at the odds lines, your money, doesn't go too far if you're betting on Carly. You got to bet $520 to make $100, and only 55% of the community thinks she's going to get it done. We got a lot of people that think Chavez is going to do it. And Chavez has a 5-fight win streak at least, might have more. Well, no, wait, it's an 8 because she has no losses, right? She's 8-0. So she's on an 8-fight winning streak against Carly. And are the odds just wrong on this fight, or why is there only 55% of people on Carly? It seems like there should be way more with this spread. She's an extreme underdog on the other side.
Yeah. I think she's got just not as much experience in the UFC, but I think, it's interesting. They're both Dana White Contender Series prospects. So with all that being said, I'm sticking with the odds here. I'm going Carly by decision.
Going Carly KO round 1.
Nice. You think she has enough power?
I think she's going to get it done, dude.
Nice.
She's got a couple KOs. She got the decision against Miller. We just saw Miller's last performance. She looked pretty good. So I think Carly just has a little bit more of that UFC experience in there against some tougher opponents, and I think she's going to get it done.
Nice.
All right. 2 UFC debuts coming up here. Terrence versus Anthony. My booster coming out, my guy. This is time to boost. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going on what everyone else is going on. Anthony Witt, KO round 1, 3x boost.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I got my 3x on the line here as well. I'm picking KO round 2 here. That's
really?
Just what I have. That's
for
just
heavyweight?
What I have. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, but I just had a gut feeling on that. And
interesting.
Per se. Let's lock that. KO round 2, 3x boost.
Wow. Okay, man. I mean, that's a crazy pick, but if you happen to be right, we're going to run it. We're going to show the clip next pod because that's, KO round 2 for a heavyweight fight with this big of an odd swing. I want to throw $50 on that pick, dude.
Dude, look at Terrence, man.
Look at him.
Yeah, look at Terrence. You think he's getting knocked out in the first round?
Dude, look at Witt, bro. You think he's not going to knock him out in the first round?
Guess we'll find out Saturday night.
Yep. All right, we got Jamal versus Douglas, and this one also extreme underdog on the left here with Jamal. Only 11% of people think he's going to be able to get it done. What do you got on this fight, man?
I'm going with your boy, Laren Douglas. KO round 1, 2x boost. Back-to-back boost fights. Going to be a good stretch for me. And I think he gets it done early. Gets it done quick. Just looking at his Contender Series knockout, 36 seconds in. Just got a wealth of KOs. So, yeah.
100%. Yeah, KO round 2, KO round 2, KO round 2, KO round 1, KO round 1. This guy is going for it. And with that said, I'm also locking in a KO round 1 on your boy Douglas. No boosts. Next up, we got a heavyweight fight. Kennedy versus Shamil. And both of these fighters are coming off of losses. Kennedy obviously getting that draw in his last showing. So this is going to be a big fight for both guys. The odds are pretty much a pick 'em. Shamil, the slight favorite. The app really likes Shamil. The community is really backing Shamil here. Over 70% of people picked him. Where are you landing here, man?
Yeah, I was going back and forth on this one for a bit. I don't know. I got a weird feeling and trust in Kennedy here. I've doubted him in the past, and he's showing up big. So I'm going with Kennedy here. I got to go with your boy. KO round 2.
Ooh, man. I really wanted to be able to take that pick. I was hoping you were going to go Shamil here because I was going to put some money on it. I also think Kennedy's going to get it done. And I was like, this was the fight I was hoping we would be separate on because I really wanted to bet you on this. Yeah, dude. Kennedy KO round 2 for me as well here. I got a weird feeling about it too. Something's in the air on this fight. So I think you picked right, man. I think you made a good pick, good choice. And I think the 29% of us that are riding with him are going to have a great night.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Chris versus Nasrat. Both guys aren't coming off wins. One's a draw, one's a loss. It is a straight pick 'em with the odds here. It's a coin flip. So you got to go with your gut. Anything sticking out to you? Community's got Chris here. What do you got?
I got Chris decision. Yeah. These community odds are about how I feel. Community picks. It's going to be, this could be fight of the night, honestly, if it goes to decision here. But yeah, I think they're going to be scrappy. A lot of fists thrown, a lot of kicks thrown, a lot of knees, some scrambles. Just a good all-around MMA fight. But I think Padilla's got it for a decision.
Nice. I'm also going Chris here. I'm throwing a KO round 1 on it, though. I think he's going to be able to catch Nasrat, and it's going to be explosive early.
Nice.
All right. That brings us to the Mauricio versus Ryan. Ryan's making his UFC debut. He's a big dog in this fight. Mauricio's been on a bit of a tear. Look at those Mauricio. Yeah, dude. Look at those KO round 1s that he's got, bro. It just goes forever. I mean, it stops after 5, but 5 KO round 1s in a row. I mean, that was LFA. Then he got Dana White's Contender Series. He KO'd Damon Wilson in his Contender Series. Then his first fight in the UFC, does the exact same thing. This dude is 28. He's got a lot of hype behind him. And now he's a minus 1,000 favorite going into this fight. So I don't know if you can pick anything else. I've got KO round 1, and I've got my 4X boost on it.
Really? Dude, that's a wild, wild pick. And I have the same one. So yeah, 4X boost, KO round 1. Speaks for itself.
Yeah. And that's 98% of people backing us there. So should be a lock. Definitely not going to have an upset. All right, guys, that takes us to the Gage fight. And this one also is someone where, okay, so this is interesting, right? Because you got the guy Stan over here that's got 5 wins. He's making his UFC debut. And then you got Gage Young, who 11-3, but he's got a little bit more experience in the UFC, right? He's got 1, 2, 3 fights in the UFC. This will be the 4th fight. And out of those, he's got 1 loss, 2 wins in a row, but they're all decisions. So I can't see how exciting this is going to be. I don't know a ton about Stan. And I think Young just takes this fight to a decision. He's got more of that higher level experience. But the odds are pretty close.
Yeah, I have the same pick. Not much to go off of here except for, Young here. And yeah, 11-3 versus undefeated guy. Should be interesting, I guess. We'll see.
Yeah, 100%, man. Dude, okay. West versus Jackson. 2 Jesuses fighting each other?
Is this a women's fight?
This is women's strawweight, I think.
Yeah. Next.
All right. Next up, we've got women's strawweight. No.
Okay.
So, all right. So, in this one, obviously, pretty crazy. They matched up 2 guys with long hair. With all that research and everything that we've chatted about, I'm locking in Jackson McVeigh, KO round 1.
Yeah, man. Proof's in the pudding, and the pudding's going to taste pretty sweet Saturday night with Jackson, KO round 1.
Pause. All right. Yeah, dude. I mean, both these guys have early round stoppages for the most part, right? They're all getting stoppages. No one's really going to decision here. The hair's going to be flying and someone's going out, whether it's a sub or a KO. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. Women's strawweight, it's going to be good.
Hell yeah.
Next up, first fight of the night, women's strawweight. You got Dreyer versus Reed. Reed coming off a loss. She's a big dog. Dreyer coming off a big win against Oliveira. KO round 2. Not many people think Reed's going to get this done, dude. They think the lamb is being led to the slaughter. And so do I. I'm throwing a 2x boost on it, and I think Dreyer's getting it done in 2 KO.
Yeah, that was a good breakdown, and I think I have the same exact pick. I do. Yeah, KO round 2, Dyer.
Dyer.
So, yeah.
Dyer. She's supposed to throw her in the dryer, and that's that's a wrap.
A wrap.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, Ben, take us out.
Yeah, guys, you know what to do. Trust your picks, lock your reads, trust your gut, And, hit up the casino, hit up the blackjack, get it in on those gym wars, those gym battles, rep the set, and join our Discord. Peace.
Peace.